Kung Fu Kenny, slam winner 3 times over. My boy, saw you earlier at practice. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, we had a pretty chill day today, but came home, relaxed, had an appointment with the physio and all that stuff. So had a pretty tame day.
I've been watching you for years, and I feel like something about you is different this season. Like you are just on one. I don't know if it's the swag, the confidence, but what do you attribute that to, this new confidence that everyone is seeing from you?
I mean, we have really good training partner out there, and they've been helping me with focusing on my block starts here and there. Aaron in particular, he's been whooping my butt for a few years here and now and then. We got somebody like a Christian Coleman, Kyrie King, and Courtney Lindsay and a bunch of others. And I think this year, a lot of things just started to click. One day, I think my mentality just changed. So I was like, hey, I made the Olympic finals last year, and the results weren't where I wanted them to be, but that says a lot about the type of athlete that I am. So, just woke up one day and said, hey, I know these guys are good starters, but damn it, I'm a good starter. So after that, practice just started getting a lot better and a lot easier, and that just built confidence. And so far, I'm 6 for 6 right now, and that's just been building a lot of confidence. And I think I'm just having a lot more fun, and I'm not adding stress to anything. I think me in the past would always think about, I got to run fast, I got to hit this, got to prove myself. But now I'm just like, hey, as soon as I step on the line, whoever's, there to race me, I'm just focused on competing and getting the win, and then the time will come itself.
Well, for me as your training partner, I've always seen the match racing process, and like you said, your start before in the 100 was a little shaky, you're a little tense or
Yeah.
apprehensive, and just kind of stepped out of the blocks. But now you're really pushing it out. And I know
Yeah,
after last year, with you making the Olympic final in the 100, you're like, okay, I can actually belong with these guys. And now you're more aggressive coming out of the 100. That's what I've seen. So shout
yeah.
out to you for that.
Way more aggressive, and I think that's due to, obviously having addition to Coleman, and you already know what he's been doing to us at practice. So it's kind of like, hey, we better get our shit together. Um, and then obviously, like I said, training with you, Kyrie, getting tips from you guys every now and then has helped me a lot. The biggest difference I could say that me and you both know is that you don't see me hiking up my shoulders anymore.
Yeah.
Everything is nice and fluid from start to finish, and
Yeah.
it's helped out a lot.
Yeah. Well, you were at the Philly Grand Slam with me, of course, this past
Mhm.
weekend, and you've been all three as a racer. But I feel like the feeling that I've been getting from everybody is that Philly was special and stood out from the others. Did you get that same sense? And how
Yeah,
was Philly for you?
for sure. I mean, I've never been to Philly before. I just know from what, other athletes have told me about the history there, pen relays and everything else. And, I kept hearing about how the track is a little weird coming off the bend for the 200. So
Yeah.
I had some nightmares about it, but yeah,
Didn't bother you though.
nah,
You and
well, once
Melissa, you handled that corner.
once we got out there on the first day, I was like, wow, there's so many people here. And then them calling out my name and having the whole stadium kind of roar, I feel like I haven't had that much love in a while. Well, I wouldn't say in a while, but like a stadium filled with,
Yeah.
not only track and field fans, but a lot of Kenny fans.
Yeah.
So that was just special to me. The energy was there. The weather was a little bit iffy, but, the people came out and showed out. I
Yeah.
just loved every minute of it.
The fact that we haven't seen Tobogo, we haven't seen Noah Lyles, you have not been shy of saying, like, are you boys going to get in on this? So I want to know, if you had to pick your next challenger for the Slam in LA, who are you calling out? Who wants some of this, Kenny?
Well, I know a lot of people are dealing with some things, but I would say the person I've been thinking about is Akane. I mean, I know he's been on a roll as well, but I think that race would be very interesting. More in particular for the 100, though.
Okay.
Simbine.
Okay. Simbine, all right. How are you feeling about your season now going forward, like in the future? Like, do you feel like more athletes are going to want to get on board? They're seeing how successful it is, and they're going to want to treat it more importantly and have more importance and train more for Grand Slams versus just peaking for Worlds.
Yeah, I mean, every single Grand Slam has been more successful, and on top of that, we have the prize purse is a lot bigger, and we have a
Yeah.
bunch of athletes out there that are not even sponsored. So,
Yeah.
why not? Why would you say no to Grand Slam? And I'm hoping that them seeing everybody else having fun out here and just I would say Grand Slam kind of relieves a little bit of stress because you're making money and you're just more focused on competing. You get into a race, okay, you didn't do good here, but you still have a chance of winning 100 grand, 50K. Last place is what, 10 grand. So
10 grand.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that the sport has needed for a very long time, and
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that everybody that's seeing it right now will, jump on it next year.
Yeah.
Kenny, I want to ask you something real quick, and I don't know if you've picked up on this, but Noah Lyles was on a podcast with Cam Newton, and he was like, Grand Slam, there's nothing in it for me. Financially, marketing wise, there's nothing in it for me. I don't know if you've heard those comments. And even if you hadn't, what do you say to someone kind of throwing a little bit of shade at Grand Slam right now? Because you are speaking so highly of it.
I mean, like I said, he has his reasons on why he doesn't want to show up, but I mean, at the end of the day, we want the sport to grow. So if you want to be a part of that, then you're going to be a part of it. If you want to do something else, then you're going to do that. Like I said, I don't know exactly why he wants to do it. Maybe it's not enough money. But at the end of the day, we have athletes here that actually want to help grow the sport. So that's all I got to say to that.
Yeah, and you got $300K, $300,000. I'm not gonna ask you your business because me and Aaron are good for that, but we'll leave you alone. But maybe we'll get back to it. I want to do a fit check because let me tell you, one of these videos broke the internet. Everyone's like, "Have you seen? Was it Miami? I believe it was Miami, right? Where you rolled up, Kung Fu Kenny arriving in style. Yes, you did. But here's my question to you, Kenny: who are these two guys? Like, who are they? Like, that's my question. Who are they?
They're two guys that we had to find real quick to kind of help choreography the whole thing. They actually live in the area. I exactly forgot what dojo they live in, but yeah, we were just making a bunch of calls to a bunch of dojos out there, like, hey, can you help us? I think initially we were gonna do 6 people, but then after that, I was like, okay, that's a lot to handle last minute, trying to figure out how we're gonna do things. So the best thing we had was the 2 twins, and I mean, they did a really good job with helping us out.
Did they do it for free? Did you have to give them $300K or something? Like, how much you had to pay them for that?
No, I didn't have to give them 300K. But it wasn't for free. I mean, obviously,
of course,
they came out of their way just to help us, so we did help, pay for little things here and there. But yeah, I was just happy that they were cooperating with us and made it look good.
Yeah, it helped their Instagram. I'm sure it helped their Instagram for sure.
Well, we're going to LA, so you got to do even bigger. You got to go Hollywood, man. So what, are you going to bring out the Karate Kid or what?
I don't know. We're trying to do something big, but I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna do. But that was the thing. It's like, okay, we were talking to MJ. He's like, hey, keep doing your thing, but it's like the thing is, you gotta keep going bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's why we were a little tame for Philly. Just wanted to focus on the fit and then win the race. And LA is like, okay, we gotta go big. So we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We got time.
What is missing from your trophy case? What else does Kung Fu Kenny want to do on the track?
Y'all already know it's those gold medals. I've been getting silver after silver after silver, so I need some gold medals. And I'm just trying to win.
Well, I know you're a humble guy. You're from Wisconsin, so you're close to Canada. It kind of reminds me of myself. I think that's why we vibe so much. But we're going to push you a little bit. I want you to talk to the camera, let people know what's coming this season from Kung Fu Kenny. You've been getting silvers. You've been the most consistent sprinter out there, but you won it all this seson, right? So,
like I
jazz
said,
it up a little bit. Let's hear it.
The message this year is dominate. So anytime, anywhere, I'm trying to. Well, I'm not trying to swear, but I'm trying to win every single race that I get into. I'm trying to dominate this year, and I'm trying to take it all. That's all I gotta say.
Well, you've been off to a really good start, man. I'm trying to get like you, bro.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Kenny.
Yeah, thank you.